What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Brandon Hondata coming to you guys with a brand new video, and today we're doing a little POV video. I haven't done one of these in a while, only simply because I haven't had like the GoPro. I don't know if you guys can see, like there's a little glare in it, which can be annoying to most people, including myself. So that's why I haven't really been able to do any of these, but I just thought why not do it. We got the Hondata Flashpro on this, as you guys seen in the last video. So I thought why not go for a little drive, record the video while we go to lunch and everything. That's my neighbor there. Good guy, awesome guy. But yeah, as of right now, we're gonna go get some lunch, let the car warm up for a little bit. I hope you guys are doing good though, man. Haven't, you know, really made a video in about a week. So I got a couple bangers coming out. Obviously this is gonna be coming out the same day I'm recording it. But I mean, we got a couple of things to talk about. Obviously with the whole Hondata thing, go for a little test drive and give you guys a little idea of what I go through and everything. But like I said, man, I hope you guys are doing good. And like I said, I apologize for the glare. I hope it's not bothering you guys too much, but it is what it is. We're just gonna have to roll with it. As you can tell by the title of this video, we're gonna be talking about why I chose Hondata over K-Tuner, because that is the most talked about subject in this community. You know, a lot of people choose K-Tuner, a lot of people choose Hondata. There's always a mix of both. You kind of hear this thing, especially in the SI scene, of more like Hondata's blowing up engines and everything. Personally, me, I haven't had that issue, and I've been rolling with Hondata since the FK7. If you guys don't remember, I used to have a FK7 Sport. I kind of blew that motor up, or that transmission up myself, just being stupid, playing with numbers and stuff that I shouldn't have. So if you're not a tuner, don't touch it. Just let the guys do the work. But yeah, I've been rolling with them ever since. I know K-Tuner is also a good way to go with, but me personally, I chose Hondata because it's just what I've always been doing. It's always what I know. I know how to use it. I know my way around it. I know the people who, you know, luckily I just have connections to everything, and I know a couple people in the scene that use Hondata that are very, very quick. So I just decided to go with Hondata. I thought about going K-Tuner, but it just wasn't the right move for me. I mean, personally, me, I don't care about the screen, you know, the little extra screen that people have, or anything about that. I'd rather just go with what I know, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Never had any bad experience with Hondata, so I thought, why not just, you know, get the same thing over again. Now that we got that out of the way, I really want to say this, and this might be a big controversy as well. Whether you have an SI or a Type R, the biggest two between the tuners is obviously a lot of people go Phearable, I think that's how you say it, and also go PowerMetrics. You know, I'm not gonna put the stats up too much. I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm picking and what I'm gonna go with. When I had the SI, and it's kind of dating back a little bit, back in 2019, I ran PowerMetrics on my SI. You know, when I was running E85, you know, and all that other good stuff. Phearable, I don't believe was out yet. The reason why I say that is because I didn't really know too much of it. At that time, it was K-Tuner and Hondata, and it was PowerMetrics, and I forgot what other people used too on K-Tuner, but those were the top two that were in discussion every single time. There was a big debate on like social media about it. Oh, another Type R there. There was a big debate on social media about both. You know, there's been a couple arguments, but those were the top two at that time. Now, within the past year, I've kind of been hearing this a lot and a lot more. Phearable has been coming out, and if you don't know, Cameron Hill, he's one of the X-Gen YouTubers, really cool guy. We've had a couple talks. He himself is running Phearable. He ran it on his SI, and he's currently running it on his Type R. I thought about going that route. You know, obviously I did look into it. I seen a couple of things, but it's just me personally, I stick to PowerMetrics. Only reason why I stick to PowerMetrics is because the same reason why I pick Hondata. I know who developed it, or I'm really cool with Nick, who him and Daniel Butler both make the tune. Those guys are also locals. They're not like East Coast, because kind of doing a little bit of research about it and a little bit of research about Phearable is it mainly runs on 93 octane. Here in California, our highest octane is 91. Though we can mimic 93 I don't want to have the headache of trying to keep going back and forth. Though I did read in the description though, you can run 91 minimum, but it is recommended to run 93. Now with me kind of thinking back about it, I'd rather run 91 and be confident on 91 rather than keep having to try to push 93. I know that's what Cameron Hill does. He's running 93. He'll mix, you know, a little bit of ethanol with 91, but I just don't want to run that same, you know, what if I'm like somewhere else and they don't have 85 and I'm running 91? I don't want to keep having to mix gases, keep having to worry about that. If I'm going to run 91, I'd rather run 91, vice versa with the 85 or having flex fuel. So that's one of the kind of things that kind of, you know, turned me down about it. I'm pretty sure it's quicker because it's going to be on cleaner gas maybe, but I don't really think there's going to be that big of a difference. I guess this is basically me asking for Cameron Hill. Maybe we can meet up somewhere. I know he's NorCal, I'm SoCal. Maybe we can meet up somewhere in the middle, have a little friendly race to see who can be quicker. He does have a little bit more mods stating that he has the intercooler, which I don't. I have stock intercooler, but it'd still be interesting to see how that race will go. So if you guys want to see that happen, comment Cameron Hill right now, DM him, whatever you guys got to do. Let's make that race happen. I'm really interested to see how PowerMetrics will be versus Phearable. Yeah, I am downloading, or I'm not downloading, but I have purchased my PowerMetrics tune already. I'm just kind of waiting for it, just to kind of throw that out there so you guys will see that video hopefully this weekend or sometime soon. And then like I said, from there we just got so many plans. I do plan to have a couple races going. I've been reaching out to people on Instagram, texting a couple people to see who's down to race, not only SI wise or 10 gen wise, but other builds as well. You know, I'm really interested to see how this car can do against other cars, because I really didn't race my SI too much, and I wish that I kind of did, because it would have been fun. Obviously when we finished that build, we were full bolt-ons, E85 big turbo. We didn't have the inlet pipe, so I guess it's not full bolt-ons, but the basic stuff that people get for the SI that's considered full bolt-ons. So but yeah, kind of dating back to it, I mean, if you're running PowerMetrics, you guys already know how it is. I mean, like I said, I've been running it. The reason why I run it because these guys are local. Like I said, I'm really cool friends with Nick. He's a really cool guy. Helped me out through a lot with my SI, and hopefully helps me out a lot with the Type R. So I'm excited to see where this Type R is going to go. Obviously, we do have plans to hopefully hit 500 on the Type R and keep it at 500. That's the end goal, is to finish at 500. Nothing more. I still, at the end of the day, this is still my daily, and I don't want to, you know, push it too much. So that's that. But yeah, like I said, I've never had any problems with PowerMetrics either. Obviously, I ran it on the SI, and it pulled hard. Even when it was just 85 intake and exhaust, that thing still pulled. So I'm excited to see how this thing's gonna pull on the 85, which we're gonna get eventually in the future, hopefully within the next couple months. But as of right now, we're just keeping it stage 1 on PowerMetrics, and we won't reach stage 2 yet. But also, if you guys are on the East Coast, do keep this in mind. PowerMetrics does have a stage 2 93 octane tune. So if you guys are on the East Coast, don't worry about if you have to get 85 or you can't get 91. There is a 93 tune as well, which you guys can also purchase. I'm gonna have the link to PowerMetrics down below, and both Phearable and Hondata if you guys ever want to get it, because I do recommend just getting, you know, either one. I haven't felt Phearable, but I'm gonna be doing PowerMetrics. So if you guys want to do anything that I'm doing, or if you guys want to get Hondata for your car, I do highly recommend it. Shout out to the homie over there at the Canes. He's got an SI too. Said he follows me. That's pretty dope, dude. He said he's trying to blew out, so he's taking it to E-Man, which is a shop in Ventura, pretty far, but he said he's gonna take it over there. So I hope he's watching this. Shout out to you, homie, and good luck on your build, dude. excited to see what stage 1 feels like. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that little POV driving. Just wanted to drive a little bit for y'all. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, let me know what team you guys are. If you guys are Team PowerMetrics, Team Phearable, or even Team K Tuner. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do, guys. We got a lot of work to do. We're back making videos. We're grinding. We're never gonna stop grinding. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna push it to the end. Hope you guys, if you guys are brand new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you guys been here for a while, make sure you guys hit that like button. You know what I mean? We're trying to hit the 4K followers by the end of this year. Hopefully we can do that. It is something that we can do. It's not too far. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Dab. Peace.